to today's Take 5. I'm Aaron Hand, Executive Editor of ProFood World. Today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about the latest content coming out of what is, in non-pandemic years, the International Powder and Bulk Solids Conference and Exhibition, also known as the Powder Show. So during COVID-19, it really changed the way a lot of us work. And now that more of us are getting fully vaccinated, it's definitely been nice to make contact with humans again. One of the things we're all really looking forward to are in-person trade shows. So the Powder Show has been putting out a lot of virtual content over the past year, but does plan to return to an in-person event this August 24th to 26th in Rosemont, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Those are my stomping grounds, so I will certainly plan to be there. In the meantime, I would like to talk about some of the digital content they've been putting out, including the Powder Show Digital Flow, which was a full-day conference that took place in February. The keynote was from Rosemary Coates, Executive Director of the Reshoring Institute, about advanced manufacturing in the U.S. and bringing that back. She gave a great history of what had been offshoring a lot of manufacturing to China in the early 2000s. And then starting in 2012, this idea of reshoring back to the U.S. And that has really taken off largely because of the pandemic. So she talks about the importance of the advanced manufacturing technologies in getting that manufacturing back to the U.S. So that includes things like robotics and artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, 3D printing. So these are exactly the technologies that were talked about in another presentation during the Powder Show event. Also, this came from process engineering company Spec Engineering. Ben Knowles, Vice President of Technology, and Adele Rodriguez, Vice President of Sales, talked about some of these digital technologies like robotics, artificial intelligence, and advanced HMIs. And one of the things that really intrigued me about their discussion was the discussion of blockchain technologies and its role in track and trace, which has become so important to the food and beverage industry. So this content was from February, but is still available online, so I will give a link for that below. Also, although Informa Markets decided to change their IPBS digital conference that they had planned for late April to their live event in August, the virtual component has not gone away. So they're actually doing something called Powder Show Connect, which they plan to run all year, give people access to experts and roundtable discussions. So the keynote that was kicked off last month came from a well-known economist, Robert Fry. So again, lots of links for this content down below. So you can check that out there. And I also hope to see you at Pack Expo Las Vegas, which is also returning to an in-person event in September.
Hello, I'm Melissa Griffin, contributing editor at ProFood World magazine. And today on our Take 5 video, I'm talking about the shift in consumer trends amidst the pandemic. The Tetra Pak 2020 Index Global Research Study showed that COVID-19 unsurprisingly became consumers' first priority, pushing the environment to second place and health even further down the list. Both of these were consumers' top priorities in Tetra Pak's 2019 index. Additionally, financial concerns and food safety rose on the consumer radar as budgets tightened and grocery store shelves emptied. A survey spanning the US, UK, Mexico, and Singapore from food company Palsgard confirmed this shifting trend. And yet, both companies also show that while the environment may have taken a backseat to the pandemic, it still remains a major concern. Consumer expectations for food companies to take responsibility in creating a sustainable supply chain have also increased. And yet, in PMMI's recent Vision 2025 survey, comprised of 70% food and beverage companies, sustainability did not make the cut onto OEM and CPG top 2 priorities list. Food companies are still attempting to regain their feet and juggle the demands of their factories, workforce, and products, as well as consumer expectations. They need to manage efficiency, throughput, productivity, efforts in automation, health and safety for their workforce, and costs ensued during the pandemic, among other demands. To help companies meet these expectations, Tetra Pak's 2020 Index goes further to break down consumer demands, which include greater transparency in sustainability efforts. This requires gaining consumer trust, which Tetra Pak explains can come through efficient use of product packaging and touch-free connected packaging. Another consumer demand is that we reduce food waste at the industry level. Solutions provided by Tetra Pak include aseptic processing and packaging to increase shelf life, incorporation of intelligent expiry labels, and using the farm-to-fork strategy, among others. For more, check out the URLs on screen. Thanks, and see you next time on Take 5 with ProFood World.